Good evening everybody and welcome to tonight's video. So today we're going to be looking at some of our top money saving tips for our Disney World holiday. So these are things that we've picked up over the years and we thought we'd like to share them with you. Now, I've not told Tracy what order they are or what they are, just to add a bit of spontaneity. So the first one, and it's a big one and it could end up saving you thousands, don't look, is the Disney dining plan.
Right. Yeah.
So
we love the Disney dining plan. We think it's great. Why do we love it? I love it particularly from a planning point of view because I'm the planner. So I like the fact that once you've got the dining plan, your money, you don't have to worry about money for food and it's all sort of taken care of. And then you can start planning where you're going to eat, and that for me becomes part of how we plan our days at Disney. So from my point of view, it's not just a money saving benefit, there's also a time saving and getting the most out of your Disney holiday because you're timing your food and your experiences together. So that's what I like about it. But from a money point of view, I don't know what you want to
I like it from a money point of view because basically if you're booking, there are three sort of options. So if you're booking a value resort, then you get your breakfast included. If you're booking a moderate resort, then you get two quick service meals included. And if you're booking a deluxe resort or a deluxe villa resort, you get like a quick service lunch and a table service meal and snacks as well. It's really worth looking into this fairly in-depthly because it'll make a massive, well, it could make potentially a massive saving on your holiday. And if you're booking a holiday in advance, so for example a year in advance, lots of the operators will offer this in for free. So they generally release it around April time. Yeah. And then they said they were going to cut it off.
But they didn't.
But they didn't. So it's now,
yeah,
where are we now?
They always do that, but...
So we're now...
July,
and it's still running for next year, so it's definitely worth looking at and it could save you thousands.
And the great thing is about the dining plan as well is that because you're able to use it in the sort of restaurants, the more high-end, the fine dining, signature dining restaurants at Disney, you actually do get a lot of money's worth. It's interesting to think about how you want to use it because we've found that some of the signature dining, I think Brown Derby was one that was signature dining, and that uses two of your table service meals, your evening meals, for one meal. And we found that the cost of the food there actually didn't equate to some of the other fine dining experiences. Yeah. So things like California Grill, Le Cellier, some of the other places where you can use your fine dining double table service meals are actually much better value for money. And there's things that you can do, especially the dining shows, the dinner shows, the luau at the Polynesian and the Hoop to Do review at Fort Wilderness, which are amazing, really good fun, but quite pricey if you're going to pay for them yourself. But you can use two of your table service meals and have a really fantastic evening because those two dinner shows are like all you can eat buffet stuff, and we couldn't get through it all, could we? So that's a really good use of your dining plan, and it would save you money because you may not do those things, or if you were going to do those things, that would cost you quite a lot of money to do it as a family, whereas you can just use it out of your dining plan and mix and match your other dining plan options. Yeah,
Tracy's right. Those two restaurants like the Hoop-de-Doo and the one at the Polynesian,
Luau, yeah.
It also includes all your drinks, so all alcoholic drinks are included. It's a great use.
Great night and great fun.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Okay, so the next one, strollers.
Money saving on strollers. We don't need this anymore because our children are old enough not to need strollers now in their teens, but when we first went they needed strollers, and it's quite pricey to hire
I've found it out. Yeah. So if you're going there and you're doing the parks, I googled this, apparently you can easily walk up to 10 miles a day at any of the Disney parks. So if you're taking younger children or even kids that aren't really using strollers at home or pushchairs at home, you might want to consider this. So the cost at the moment to hire a stroller at any of the Disney resorts is $15 a day. For a double one, so a side-by-side one, is $31 a day. So Luke's now 18 and Daisy's coming up for 15. Mm-hmm. So how old was Luke when he stopped hopping in a stroller? Later than he should have been.
He was 5 or 6.
Yeah.
definitely, because it just was a lot of walking. And I think because we had one for Daisy, he would every now and then they'd swap, and she would toddle around for a bit, and then he would like take advantage of the stroller, because it is a lot for little legs to do all that walking.
Yeah, so if you're budgeting for a holiday for 14 nights, and let's say you're going to take 10 of those days on a park, you're looking at, and you've got 2 children, you're looking at sort of $320. So one year.
So the money saving tip is what we did.
Yeah, so 1 year, because Luke didn't need a stroller, Daisy still had her buggy, which we took anyway. We just bought on eBay like a second-hand stroller, and we took it out with us, and we ran Luke in it for the entirety of the holiday. And at the end, we just gifted it to someone. We just left it and just said, you know, we're not taking this back with us. So I would seriously recommend taking that, even if you've got kids that are sort of 5 or 6. You know, really think about, can they, you know, they might be okay for the first day or 2 walking 10 miles. But I would definitely take one, because once the children get sort of tired, they might get a bit grouchy. So pop them in a stroller, and even if they don't need it, you know, they're keeping their energy reserved. Yeah,
Definitely.
That would be a top tip. Stop looking.
So I'm still looking.
Okay. This is a weird one, because we didn't actually claim this before, but and this is just a little one that I've popped in. Some of the deals that you get booked with when you book on for your holiday, you'll get like the dining plan, and you book your park passes, and they also include like a $200 gift card.
Yeah.
And we've done this a couple of times where we've not actually claimed it. And then we went on holiday with some friends, and they said, "Oh, have you claimed your card yet?" And we hadn't claimed it in the past, because we thought, you know, where would you use that?
Yeah, but you can use it in all the Disney stores, all the downtown Disney Springs stores.
So when your Disney paperwork arrives and it says $200 gift card, it is a proper thing, and you can use it. We used it in downtown Disney. I think Luke bought a football shirt. Disney Springs, yeah. Luke bought a t-shirt, and Daisy bought some bits and pieces. So and we collected ours from World of Disney.
Yeah.
So
they don't always do it. So I think some years, depending on the time that you book, different offers will apply. Sometimes you get memory makers and instead. Sometimes you get both. But yeah, don't let that one slip through the net, because it's $100 or $200.
It's $200, and it's real. You know, I thought
it's not just Disney dollars; it's real dollars.
Yeah,
we use it anywhere.
We've used it in non-Disney stores, and I think they'll tell you where you can and can't use it. But it was pretty much
most of the Disney Spring stores will take it.
Yeah, it was great. Okay. The other thing, if you're on the dining plan, or if you aren't on the dining plan and you're staying on a Disney resort, something that you must get.
Ta-da!
Is a Disney resort mug. If you've got children. And with the dining plan, these are included on the deluxe dining, not the deluxe, but on the one that we get.
One, yeah.
But even if they're not, get one of these, because they have like a chip in the bottom. So once your children are armed with these, they just go up to the fountains, they put them down, they fill up with ice, and then they fill up with drinks.
Not in parks.
Yeah, good point. At your home resort, so you can't take them onto parks, unfortunately. But at your hotel or around the pool.
But I think at the parks you can get free just iced water in different places. So if you've got those with you, they're insulated, so it'll keep the iced water icier and colder.
Yeah, so you could take your first drink in with you on these. But these are a real winner.
We did actually take them to the parks one year, I think, strapped to your backpack. Like dangling backpack.
Yeah. Cups. So we've taken these in before, back in the good old days. So yeah, these are a must. Now, if you're spending time sitting around the pool, you don't want, on a Disney holiday, you can smash the parks out tons, but you will need some downtime. And one of the things that we love doing is hanging by the pool, slinging the kids into the pool, and sitting around having a couple of drinks. Chilling out. So if you're going to be, also if you're with friends, the bar prices for beers and wine and cocktails are pretty expensive. So it's great to have like your first couple of beers, or, you know, especially if you like a bit of draft. But one of the things that we found, it does get really expensive. So you need to get one of these. And this was given to us from a friend of ours. And it's just a little cooler, because most of the resorts, well, all of the resorts won't allow you to take any glass, obviously, around the pool. So you can pop into any of the shops on any of the Disney resorts, and there'll be a whole section in the fridges where they sell wine, beer, and well, all sorts really. So what we do, we get a 6-pack of beer and pop them in here, and then sit by the pool. The kids are happy, we can have a beer. So this really is a top tip.
Particularly on the Disney Vacation Club resorts. So we tend to stay at Old Key West quite a bit. It's our favourite resort of the moment. We've been there. We're about to have our 4th trip there. So obviously, because people are more used to having the sort of self-catering option, nobody really minds if you're taking stuff, that you're bringing your own stuff around the pool. And also, I think even the other resorts, they're very, very tolerant of it, because they just know that that's what people do to enjoy their holidays. Yeah.
And based on that, the other thing, we've not actually taken this, so the phone's going now, so we have to come back to this. So the other thing that you could take, if you like wine, get one of these flasks, because you can pop some wine back in. If you've got a fridge in your room, keep your room your wine nice and cold, pop it in there. And because this is like aluminium, you can take this by the pool as well. So these top tips. This is for when you're going on the parks. So if you're we normally travel as either a family of 4, or if we've got friends with us, it's normally 7 of us. But when we're traveling, definitely traveling as a family of 4, we always take our first drink in with us. So we have one of these each. So we fill them all the way up, take them into the parks, and it just really takes the edge off, because you know, I think waters in the parks now are close to $4 or $5 each. So if we've got these, they're also fountains that you can fill up with. So yeah, we found these invaluable really. So once they're done, just stick them in the bottom of your backpack, and yeah, so that's your first drink covered for the park for the day. Okay. Breakfast in your room. In your room in the hotel, you will have a fridge, and all of the resorts will have things you can buy. So there'll be like bread, pastries, cheese, ham, that sort of thing. So obviously you want to be up and early if you're having a park day. So we generally have breakfast in our room. So at the beginning, when we arrive, we'll get some cereals, we'll get some bagels, we'll get some cream cheese and some ham and stuff. So as we're getting ready and getting all the bags packed in the morning, the kids will help themselves to breakfast. So we always, you know, if it's a special day, or if, you know, for a treat, we'll go out for like a nice breakfast. But again, as a family of 4, it's pretty expensive, and you know, we'd rather spend that back end of the day.
Unless you're on the dining plan, then you can use some for your snacks for breakfast, or your quick service meal for breakfast in a park. But we don't often use that, because to be honest, we just want to get up and out in the parks. We don't want to waste time where we could be queuing for some of the rides that we haven't got fast passes for. So actually having that food in your room just saves you that time of when you get to the park, you can just get on it and go straight to the rides that you want to do as well. Yeah, so it's just great having that. Like, so the night before, sometimes when we get the resort bus back to the resort, the kids will go back to the room with Tracy, and I'll just go and grab some bits from the shop, take them back, so in the morning we're all ready to race, nice and early. We don't really use these, but lots of people in America, like when we're there, lots of people use these, but we're not really snackers. But if you are, the Ziploc bags.
Bags.
Yeah.
So
it is. Yeah.
It's massive, isn't it?
It is, and you can get them anywhere because the Americans love them.
Yeah, so you'll see people going through security checks and having their bags open, and they'll be whipping these out wholesale, like crisps, cheese, sandwiches. But again, in the shops on the resort, you get massive bags of crisps, or everything that you'll need, that you want, will be there. So if you go out with some of these, I'm pretty sure they sell these.
Oh, they'll have them in the resort
at
shops,
the resort as well.
Definitely.
So go loaded with these. So if your kids are snacking and what have you, 4 or 5 of these in your bag with some crisps or some cheese or some snacky bits. Ziploc bags, definitely a winner. Right, this is a really big one, because we didn't really suss this out until last year. And again, this goes back to the Disney dining plan. When you're going on your holiday, especially if you've got children, they're going to want to take presents back for their classmates, for family, for colleagues. So especially with Daisy, she's 14 now, so she'll obviously want to get like a slightly bigger present for one of her best friends. But generally, if you're going back with classmates, a really, really, really good present to take back are sweets.
And sweets and candy that you can't get in the UK, so Disney branded, so everyone knows that's where you've been. It's a real cool thing to give to your mates.
Yeah, and what we found out, With the Disney dining plan, it's amazing.
You can't get through it. You cannot get through it all.
You can't get through it. We all really like our food, but at the end of the holiday, you will get, I think after every meal, you get a statement, and it'll say how many snacks are left, how many quick service meals, how many dinner meals. We normally get through all of our main dinner meals. However, we don't get through all of our lunches, and we don't even touch the snacks. So
at the end of the holiday, we've got loads of credits left, really. And even the quick service meals, I can't remember, is it 3 or 4? Every quick service meal translates to, if you want to at the end of your holiday just go and buy stuff, it'd be the equivalent of, I think, 3 or 4, I think it's 3 snacks per meal. I need to check that, I can't remember it, so a while ago. But yeah, so if you've got like 15 snacks left and 4 quick service meals, you can, each quick service meal translates to 3 more snacks or something like that. So you can actually go into the shop at the resorts, and everyone does it, and the resort you know, cast members in the shops, they know that's what you're going to do. So you go in, you say, I've got all this to use up, and they go, yeah, go over there, that's fine, and they're cool with it. And then they really help you, actually. They put you in the right direction of the things that you can get on your, you know, that are covered on the dining plan. And one year we had so much, I actually wanted to buy another little case to take it home in, because we just were having to cram it in our suitcases around the pool on that last day, because we'd done our last shop of just using up all our credits.
We're just planning for our next trip, so we're flying out in sort of 20 days or so, but we will do a little vlog dedicated to this, because you will, as I say, we like our food, we like our snacks. You will not believe the haul.
The amount is incredible.
It's kilos of like candy, and it all comes like this. So when your children go into school, or if you go into work and you take some sweets, there's a bunch of it. Yeah, I think that was a huge.
I mean, there are other things you can get as well, but obviously the sweets and the candies is non-perishable. It's easy to transport. There's cookies and things which don't travel so well because they get squashed. But yeah, there's quite a lot of good stuff that you can get in your haul at the end of the holiday. So we will definitely do a vlog about that when we do that shop. We will vlog it so you can see.
This year we're taking an extra bag just for the sweets.
Every year I've wanted to. You've not let me buy it. I wanted to buy a Disney suitcase.
We're not getting a flash bag just for sweets, but we'll take a like.
We are taking another one this year.
Yeah. That's everything I thought of. As I said earlier, I've not told Tracy about these because we thought like a bit of spontaneity might be interesting. Can you think of anything else?
No, I think you've covered most of it. I'll probably think of something after the vlog, but you can always vlog it then.
Really hope you found that interesting. Keep watching, please subscribe, and cheers, Ears.